For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 3 of the Everton career mode here on FIFA 17. Thank you for your quite literally thousands of transfer suggestions. I had 1,500 plus comments on the first episode, hundreds again on episode number 2. I spent a solid hour and a half just looking through the comments, picking out players to put on the shortlist and have a scout and see if we might be able to add to this squad. We mentioned in episodes 1 and 2 what we think we might want to do to the squad. If you missed episodes 1 or 2, check the channel page for them. There will be another The Journey episode later on this evening as well. And of course, episode number 1 of My Player went up last night, so check that if you missed it. Basically, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and you won't miss any single videos from either of the 3 series. So we are currently looking to move on a number of players, Nias, Kone, and then some players out on loan. I would be open to perhaps selling players like Darren Gibson, if it meant we could bring in a couple of other players in the midfield. Prices for incoming players, though, do seem to be quite high, especially for the quality of player that we're looking to bring into the club, because we want to improve this squad, not just add to the numbers. We have the numbers, but we don't have the quality yet. Unfortunately, things didn't go according to plan for us in the pre-season tournament, and we were knocked out after the group stage, which means we have about 5 weeks or so to get us, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 weeks till the first game of the season against Tottenham. I'll probably play that in today's episode, but it depends what happens in this transfer window, because we might have an episode that's like half an hour long of solid transfer action. I'll show you the shortlist. These are the players that we have so far. In goal, looking at Bernd Leno, who's rather expensive at £36 million. Asmir Begovic at £17 million and 83 rated would be a very realistic signing, because of course he was heavily linked away from Chelsea in the recent transfer window. Rui Patricio is just as good, if not perhaps a little bit better. A lot more expensive though at 7 million extra. And then Fraser Forster is an English goalkeeper that we could look to sign. Potentially though, it depends what his stats are. They'd have to be a lot higher than those lower ratings in those estimations if I was genuinely going to bring in Fraser Forster, because we want to improve on what we've got. And if they're towards the lower end of those, that won't bring an improvement. We are looking to sign one centre-back though. We have a number of youngsters that can play at centre-back, and I'm going to try and get them as much playing time as I can, and of course train them as best I can as well. But we are looking for a centre-back signing. Now, Mauricio Lemos was someone that caught my eye when looking at the Hidden Gems article that EA released. He has only recently moved to Las Palmas, though, from Rubin Kazan for £19.5 million. So I won't be able to buy him this window, but he's someone we could definitely look at in January or maybe in the next summer transfer window. Phil Jones is someone that I think would be a pretty decent signing for us at centre-back. Can also play CDM, of course, as well, so would be a utility player. Scott Dan is a player that is very good for Palace. I don't know what his stats look like, but I've always rated Scott Dan as a defender, and he's a good threat from set pieces as well. So we'll have a look at Scott Dan. Obviously, it might be nice to bring in an English player or two as well, rather than just buying everybody from abroad, as I tend to do in career mode. Diego Reyes is another player that was mentioned a lot, although he has on loan at Espanyol currently. And Lamine Kone was a player at Sunderland who was heavily linked with Everton in the transfer window just gone in real life. So we'll have a look at him as well. In centre mid, we start with another player that was heavily linked with Everton in real life. It's Axel Witsel. The deal fell through. He was then going to go through to Juventus, and then that deal fell through as well. So we will have a look at Axel Witsel. James Ward-Prowse would be a good English option with plenty of growth potential there. Daniele Baselli is an Italian option, pretty similar to James Ward-Prowse, I believe, although we'll find out when the scout report fully comes back. Jeffrey Kondogbia would be a more solid, physical tackling player in the middle, a holding breakup player. Offers the same sort of tackling quality as a new signing Idrissa Gana Gueye, but perhaps a little bit more physicality rather than the agility that Igana Gueye has. So Another player. I know nothing about this guy, but he was mentioned by a couple of guys, and whenever his name was in the comment section, there were loads of people replying saying, "Oh yes, he's actually really good." So we'll have a scout of him. It's Orbalan Pineda or Pineda. There's no accent over the end, so I presume it's Pineda. Orbalan Pineda, Orbelin Pineda, Mexican, and at least I think he's Mexican. He plays in the Mexican League, and he is Mexican. Can play all the way through the midfield, and only 20 years of age, only 5'6". So it makes me a little bit questionable as to whether he'd actually be physical enough to play in the Premier League. But we'll have to wait and see what his stats say. Arda Turan, despite being 29 years of age, could be a wonderful signing as a marquee central midfielder. I am genuinely intrigued now that Arda Turan is a centre mid again as to what he might be able to offer to the squad. If we can bring him in for a respectable price, the thought of bringing Arda Turan to Everton really excites me. So he's the potential. We also maybe could contemplate bringing back Wayne Rooney to Goodison Park. Maybe. I'm not sure. I threw him in there just as a, so I could gauge your reaction, basically. We are looking potentially for a new right-sided midfielder as well, with regards to Aaron Lennon. Yannick Ferreira Carrasco can play on either side of the midfield, so he's a good option. Theo Walcott obviously can play on either side of the midfield and up top, so he's a good option. I would train his dribbling and ball control, though, I think, Theo Walcott, but as an English signing, he'd be pretty good. Iñaki Williams is a player that I absolutely adore on FIFA, so I'd be open to bringing him in. And Mo Salah is a guy that I really enjoyed on FIFA 16, but never got around to signing in a career mode, so might be open to bringing him to Everton as well. With regards to striker, we are looking to sell on Kone and Nias, and we're looking to bring in at least one striker. Javier Hernandez had a great season for Bayer Leverkusen last year. Slightly slower this year, with a sprint speed being a little bit lower. Acceleration is about the same, I think. But 89 finishing, and he's good in the air as well, would be a great signing for us, I think. Stefan Jovetic is also a very, very good striker, and I'd be intrigued to bringing him in. Manolo Gabbiadini was heavily linked in the transfer window in real life. It didn't go through, but maybe we could make it go through in this save. Mauro Icardi was a popular suggestion, but I'm not sure whether I get on with him. I did a save, I did a career mode on FIFA 15 with Inter Milan, and I didn't get on with Mauro Icardi that well at all. So I put him in here because he was suggested a lot, but I don't think I'll be going for him. He's kind of like a backup option. And then Saido Berahino is always mentioned with regards a link away from West Brom. Has been for 2 or 3 years in real life, and of course, as such, we'll put him on the transfer list here as well, or on the short list here as well. So I'm going to throw around a bid or two for the players that we know the value and stats of. And with regards to players that we don't know the value and or stats of, I'll wait and see what the scouts say. So I'm going to go and throw in some bids now, and I'll cut back to you in a second. Right, these are the offers I've sent. A number of these include a player as well, and it's not listed here, but 17 million plus a player for Turan, 20 million flat for Rooney. Just testing the waters there, because I really don't think we're actually going to go for him. 10 million plus a player for Begovic, 17 million plus a player for Hernandez, 8 million plus a player for Witsel. He's in the last 12 months of his contract, which is why I've been able to offer a little bit less. 18 million plus a player for Carrasco and 10 million plus a player for Theo Walcott. So we will advance now, and we'll see what happens over the next few days. Sunderland are going to match the £3.5 million bid for Aruna, or counter offer for Aruna Kone. So it looks like he's going to be leaving us. Now, 17 million plus Darren Gibson has been accepted for Arda Turan. I can't quite believe that's happened. However, look at that wage bill. He wants 200 grand a week. Now, I'll offer him 180 and we'll see what he says. Because in the capture event footage I got, players were willing to accept slightly less than what they were asking for. So I'll offer him that plus crucial first team player, and we'll see what Arda Turan says. I can't quite believe that that might happen. Axel Witsel, they're not interested in the player. That's fine. Darren Gibson, he'd be involved in the Arda Turan deal. So we'll offer a little bit more there. We'll offer 14. As you can see, less than 12 months left on his contract, so we might be able to pick him up a little bit cheaper. Arsenal, not interested in the player, and the cash isn't enough on its own. For Walcott, okay. Don't think they'd be interested in Gareth Barry anyway, to be honest, but we'll offer 14, which is his value. Obviously, with so many players we want to buy, I'm going to have to be quite frugal with my money and not necessarily overspend here and there. Did they say they were interested in Lennon or weren't? Not interested. Okay. Not interested in Lennon, so I'm going to have to just offer... It looks like I'm going to have to just offer straight up cash for a number of players because we haven't got them, you know, the people in the squad that we want to let go to replace with. So, because we have youngsters, but I need numbers as well as squad depth. We're in an awkward position. I may ask the board for some money. Umar Nias has gone to Sunderland. That's good. Not interested. They don't want Joel Robles. Okay. I may genuinely have to ask the board for some money here. They probably won't give me it, but if I can, then I will get some extra out of them. They don't want Aaron Lennon, so let's offer 24 for Yannick Ferrer Carrasco. Right. I'll go and ask the board for some money now. I highly doubt they'll give it to me, but it's worth a shout, isn't it? I don't think I can ask the board for any more money, which is annoying. If I go to financial, no, there's nothing I can do to ask the board for more money. So that is not an option we can use this year. One thing that is new this year, though, is transfer history. I might have to go into the EA Sports Football Club or something, and because I don't really want to use the financial takeover. I don't know. If I'm being blind and missing something, then do let me know in the comments section. One thing that is new this year, though, as you can see, is this transfer history tab. You can see my own transfer history and transfer history for the window so far. I don't know as this is every deal. These are just the big deals, but if you want to pause this at any point, then feel free to do so. But I will scroll through for you so you can see. Susaeta to Celta Vigo. I'll just point out big ones that catch my attention. And there were a couple. Most notably, Aymeric Laporte to Arsenal for 36.5 million. Dries Mertens has gone to Man City for 21 million as well. So other Premier League sides making moves. Roland has gone to Stoke for 11. But I don't know if I can ask the board for money. So I think we're stuck with the budget that we have right now. Man United want 44 million for Wayne Rooney. And no, we are out of that deal. I'm not paying 44 million for Wayne Rooney. Not a chance. Transfer offer for Darren Gibson. I'm going to stall on that for now because he could be involved in another deal. A £9 million bid for Tom Cleverley. I will stall that as well. Actually, do I counter offer? I'll stall it for now because there are a couple of other centre mid options that I was looking at that might be on the cheaper side. So we'll leave that email there for now. They're still rejecting offers for Walcott and Javier Hernandez and Axel Witsel. They're just not willing to budge for anything less than a lot of money, seemingly. So we thought we had a big budget at near £50 million, but it's turning out that that big budget isn't going to go around as well as we hoped it would. We've had a scout report back on Fraser Forster, and he's better than what we've got, but is he good enough? That is the question. We could pick him up quite cheap. If I offered 8, they'd probably accept that. I'm torn with regards to goalkeeper because I'm clearly going to have to save money as and where I can, so we might have to go for a cheaper option here with Fraser Forster rather than spending big on Begovic. We're in an awkward position right now. Scott Dan, he's quite slow. I don't know. Phil Jones looks decent though, although he's not exactly the fastest. His acceleration is quite poor, but he is decent. Lamine Kone, still waiting for a full scout report back on him. We're getting there though with a couple of others. Lemos looks really good actually, but obviously we can't buy him yet because he's only recently moved. Phil Jones is an option, but whether that's the option we want to go for, I'm not sure. I'll throw in a bid. We can always just see what the deal is. I reckon it might happen. So if I just offer not 80, if I just offer 8, we'll see what they say. You guys will have to let me know your thoughts on all of the people on my shortlist here because I think if we are going to spend big, it's going to be further up the pitch. So I might have to save a little bit on defender and goalkeeper to spend big on midfielder and striker. Oberlein looks decent physically apart from strength, but technicals don't look that good, but he's only 20. Then again, James Ward-Prowse is 21 and he looks pretty decent. So James Ward-Prowse could be someone we could bring in for a decent price, and then I might be open to letting Tom Cleverley go. We'll offer 7.5 for James Ward-Prowse, and if they accept that or somewhere in that region, then I'd let Tom Cleverley go and bring James Ward-Prowse in, perhaps. Baselli looks good though. 12 million. We'll have to wait and see what his final stats look like. Jeffrey Kondogbia looks good as well. Only 6 million. We might have ourselves a very good signing there if we can pick him up. 6 million. Look at those stats though. I'm just going to risk it for 6 million. He can grow as well because he's only 23 years old. That's madness. I thought Jeffrey Kondogbia would be valued a lot higher than that. I was expecting 15 to 20 million for him. Arda Turan we're in deals with already. Let's have a look. Iñaki Williams, 17 million for him. Still want to see what his final stats are. Similarly with Mo Salah. Jovetic is 17 million. Again, we haven't got full scout reports back yet. Saido Berahino. I'm not sure I want to go for a cheaper option at striker. I'm going to want a genuinely quality player to go alongside Lukaku. So we'll leave those options open, but let's advance further forward just a little bit more. They want 44.5 for Carrasco. I quite simply cannot afford to go that high. He would be incredible though, but I really can't. I cannot justify paying £44.5 million for him. I just can't. I'd go as high as 32, 33 maybe. Arda Turan doesn't want to relocate. Ugh, I don't really want to give you a large chunk of money, but we'll offer him exactly what he wants rather than the 180, and we'll just see what he says. And those transfer offers are still there for Gibson and Cleverley, but we will hold off for now with regards to those because both players could be used in other deals. Transfer offer rejected for Begovic because sum is too low. I believe he's worth more than that. Hi. What do we do? Let's offer 18. Just accept it, Chelsea. Just accept it. The offer for Kondogbia has been rejected. They want 10.5. Now, I am very much willing to stretch to 10.5, but I'll offer them 9, and they should accept that. He's only 76 rated. Are you sure? Jeffrey Kondogbia is better than that. I am sure of it. James Ward-Prowse have accepted 7.5, though. I'll offer him 52, and we'll see what he says. Important first-team player. That would mean I'd be quite willing to let Tom Cleverley go, if that deal does go through. Let's just have a quick look at Jeffrey Kondogbia's stats, because I swear he's a better player than the game is making out. Maybe because he's down as a centre mid, he's slightly lower rated. If he was down as a CDM, he might be a little bit better. I like those stats. There's definitely a lot of scope for growth there. If I could just improve his tackling and play him at CDM, he's very physical. I'm going to go for Kondogbia. I'm definitely going to go for Kondogbia. And if James Ward-Prowse can come in too, then I'd be very, very pleased with those two signings. And I might stretch as far as bringing in Axel Witsel as well, if I can move on a couple of others. Fraser Forster, they want 12 million. They want 15 for Phil Jones. What do they offer? 8. How about 11.5? That's kind of halfway, isn't it? 3.5 more, 3.5 more. Well, he's halfway. Slap bang halfway. Right, Southampton want 12 for Fraser Forster. Now, we're still questioning what to do with regards to the goalkeeper, so I'll just keep the deal alive, and we'll take it from there. Arsenal want 27.5 for Theo Walcott. I just do not want to pay that much for Theo Walcott. I'll keep the deal alive, though. Again, I have had scout reports back on Salah and... who was the other one we were looking at on the right-hand side? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have a look in a moment. Axel Witsel wants 90 grand. He'd probably accept 80. I'd have to say Crucial, and he'd definitely start anyway. So I don't think Arda Turan's going to happen. So I'm going to counter-offer 9 for Darren Gibson here from Saint Etienne. That should be accepted. And they've offered me 9 for Tom Cleverley, and I'm just going to accept that just to make sure that I don't lose out on that deal. We'll bring James Ward-Prowse in. He's not quite as highly rated, but he is 5 years younger. So I think that's pretty good for us, a straight swap. And who was that other right-sided midfielder we were looking at? It was Mo Salah and someone else. Iñaki Williams, of course it was. Right, Iñaki Williams looks decent, but Mo Salah is clearly better. But Iñaki Williams has the strength and would perhaps be more suited to the Premier League. We'll throw some bids in. We'll see what happens. Saint Etienne won't give me what I asked for Gibson, but they will give me 7.5. Go on then, I'll accept that. We'll take 7.5 for Darren Gibson. And it looks like we're going to bring in Kondogbia. Arda Turan turned the contract down. I'm not going to get Arda Turan. I cannot justify spending that much for Yannick Ferreira Carrasco. They want 34 for Chicharito. Oh, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I'll offer 28. Because I need this money to go around. There's a lot of deals we need to get done here. I said I'd go as high as 32, 33. So we'll go as high as 32 and a half. It's a lot of money though, but he is a quality player. There's a lot going on here. I'm struggling to keep up with all of these potential deals. Arsenal signed Raphael Varane for £38 million. That's a big deal, especially when they've already signed... They already signed Aymeric Laporte as well. Wow, Arsenal going all out. They'll have Mustafi as well. That's madness. They're just going centre-back crazy. Even though we are... Oh, they are interested in Aaron Lennon. That's good news. 20 million plus Aaron Lennon for Mo Salah would be agreeable in my eyes. They want 28 for Iñaki Williams. What about? Because we'd only bring in one of. We'd only bring in one of Iñaki Williams and Mohamed Salah. So Lennon can be used in either deal. Inter have accepted transfer offer for Kondogbia. Fantastic. We'll offer him 52. It seems to be the popular number whenever we pop up with a man that wants £60,000. We offered the same to James Ward-Prowse, didn't we? And we've had a counter offer, and he wants the full 60. Okay. How about 58? Save every little bit as and where I can. James Ward-Prowse potentially coming in. They still want 15 for Phil Jones. Southampton have accepted the transfer offer for Fraser Forster, but Chelsea is still rejected. They want 32 for Begovic. I cannot afford that. I cannot afford that. Tom Cleverley's gone to Southampton. Do I bring Fraser Forster in? Or is there a better keeper out there? There's probably a better keeper out there, but I'm going to keep the deal alive, but I might look for someone else that's kind of in between Begovic and Fraser Forster, goalkeeper-wise. Perhaps someone like Anthony Lopez, maybe, from Lyon. I'll have a look at him. Phil Jones will keep this deal alive as well. They seem to be rather stubborn about their 15 million, but I'm being rather stubborn about not paying 15 million. So we'll see what we can do there. And I'm going to go and have a look at a couple more keepers now. Right, a lot of offers accepted here. Axel Witsel has offered me a counter offer with regards to his contract, but I'm thinking we're going to go Kondogbia, and although Axel Witsel's just better. Oh, the decisions that are having to be made right now. Will you take 87? Axel Witsel would be better than Kondogbia. Hands down, better than Kondogbia. They've accepted 21 for Walcott, but I just don't want to... He only wants an extra £1,000, what he's already on. No, you can stay on 99. Sorry, mate. We'll offer a squad rotation player. He'll probably accept that, but I would prefer Iñaki Williams or Mohamed Salah. Now, they've accepted this for Chicharito. I'll offer him 75, 2 years. Important first-team player. I want to have a look and see if the scout reports come back for Jovetic and Manolo Gabbiadini, though, and see what their value looks like. Let's have a quick look at the shortlist. Apologies if this episode is really long right now. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Manolo Gabbiadini is better physically, but not as good technically as Jovetic. There's just nothing between them, is there? I would prefer Jovetic as he's better on the ball. So, let's see what we can do here. One of the best in his position, but they do have Mauro Icardi, so they might be open to letting him go. No, that wasn't exactly what I had in mind there. Let's offer them 18, and we'll see what they say there. I definitely prefer Chicharito, perhaps, but Jovetic would be just as good. Oh, there are so many decisions to make, and I'm just not sure I can make them all. Darren Gibson is gone. Atletico Madrid, unacceptable. I'm pulling out of Yannick Ferreira Carrasco's deal. I just cannot justify that amount of money when we need to bring in players in other positions as well. We've had a transfer offer for Seamus Coleman. It's going to get rejected, though. He's going nowhere. Easily the best right-back in my squad. One of the best right-backs in the league. So he's going nowhere. Interestingly, they've accepted the offer for Mo Salah. So I'll offer him £74,000 a year and important first-team player. and Aaron Lennon could be on his way out. Kondogbia has come up with a counter-offer. I'll hold off. Their contract offer accepted for James Ward-Prowse, though that deal is now done. So James Ward-Prowse will join us in place of Tom Cleverley. Man United have accepted the offer for Phil Jones. I might as well just offer what he's already on. And again, squad rotation player, because we have Ashley Williams and Phil Jagielka, but Phil Jones will be better and will help bridge the gap between now and when the youngsters are able to come through. So James Ward-Prowse has joined us, and he's our first signing. I think he's the first official signing we've made, isn't he? Even though Everton have made a number of signings in real life already themselves. Let's take Barry off the bench and put James Ward-Prowse there instead. That deal is done. Let's get some others finished now, shall we? Loan offer in for Kieran Dowell, 2 years at Millwall. Done. The extra little bit of wage budget will come in handy, and hopefully he can grow quite well out there. So that's that one done. Bilbao have rejected. They are interested in Aaron Lennon, but they want a little bit more money. I'd be willing to give you that little bit more money because I would prefer Iñaki Williams over Mo Salah. Or would I? Physicality over technical ability. I just don't know. Fraser Forster's rejected the offer, doesn't want to relocate. Fine. Theo Walcott wants a better contract. I, again, would prefer the other two. He wants a better squad role. All right, important first team player. There are so many deals going through here. I really don't think we're going to have time to play the Tottenham game in today's episode, but I do apologise. We're still like a couple of weeks away from it. Matty Foles will have an offer in for. He can go out on loan to Swindon for 2 years. Hopefully we'll get some half-decent first-team football there. Inter have rejected the offer for Jovetic, and Chicharito has rejected the contract offer. We offered him 75 and he accepted it, but he wanted crucial first-team player. So I'll offer him that, and we'll see what happens with that deal. Oh my God, I feel like I've just done nothing. I'm going to pull out of the Kondogbia deal as well. If we can get Axel Witsel in, that is obviously going to be the main one that we want to bring in there. Right, 22 million for Jovetic. You guys may even have to have a vote on whether we get Jovetic or Hernandez at this rate. We know Hernandez can do the business in the Premier League, though. Mo Salah declined, Axel Witsel declined. Oh my God. Come on, lads. Don't do this to me now. 95, 3 years, crucial first-team player. Sign it, Axel. Just sign on that dotted line, please. Phil Jones wants a bigger squad role. All right, important first-team player. He will get, you know, a decent amount of stuff. Amount of first-team football. Mo Salah doesn't want to relocate. Okay. Just relocate. Oh, wow. Bilbao have accepted the offer of 20 plus Lennon for Iñaki Williams, and we would save loads on wages here. So I'm just going to give him 40 just to ensure that he signs it. This would be the sort of deal that would ensure that we can do other deals as well. Theo Walcott we will leave there for now, but obviously Iñaki Williams is going to be the main... Whoa! £79 million bid for Griezmann from Man United. £41 million from Bilbao for Lukaku. That's getting rejected. There are so many big deals going through in this window. It's actually ridiculous. They've completely changed the way that transfers go through in career mode. He's rejected... No, Chicharito! Accept the bloody contract, you arsehole. Axel Witsel. Contract accepted. Deal done. We have a new 82 rated central midfielder. They couldn't get the deal done in real life. We've done it on FIFA. I'm delighted with that. I got really excited about Jeffrey Kondogbia, and now I've ended up not getting Jeffrey Kondogbia. You don't want to relocate. Liverpool is like 20 miles from Manchester. Are you actually retarded, Philip Jones? Seriously. Oh, my word. Sergi Rico, goalkeeper, 80 rated, £14 million. That is doable as well. Approach Sevilla to buy. They might be interested in Joel Robles as well, considering he's Spanish. And I will offer them 13. Fine. How about 90? I still want a centre back. Although if there was one position I didn't need to get a player in, it would be centre back because we have the youngsters of decent quality to step in. But I would like to bring in a centre back if I can. Mohamed Salah. I'm going to pull out that. We're going to go for either Walcott or Iñaki Williams. And it's going to be Iñaki Williams. Contract signed. He's joining us. Thank you, sir. Deal done. Iñaki Williams joins Everton Football Club, rejecting the offer for Theo Walcott. That is some money saved as well. Pleased with that. Delighted with that deal. And we'll progress a little bit further towards this. I've been recording for 45 minutes. This has been 45 minutes of pure transfer stuff. Inter have accepted the offer for Jovetic, 25. Now, I can either afford to bring in a striker. I need a striker more than a centre-back. I really need a striker more than a centre-back. I'm not going to have enough money to get both in. I need a striker. We only have Lukaku right now. Jovetic has to be the man. He's still declining the contracts, Chicharito. He's still declining them. So it looks like Jovetic is going to be the striker that we want to sign. And he's declined it as well. Oh, please, please, please. Just sign a contract. Someone sign a contract and come to my bloody football club. I'm struggling here. I need a striker. I had a transfer offer for Romelu Lukaku again. This one's from AC Milan. We're going to reject that. Carlos Bacca might be tasty, but probably too expensive. Stefan Jovetic accepts the contract. Bang. New striker. We might have enough. We will have enough for Phil Jones or Sergi Rico. Oh, shit the bed. What do I do? Goalkeeper or centre-back? Goalkeeper or centre-back? I'll stall. I'm going to go in for Sergi Rico again. Because he's not on much wage-wise. This has just been a roller coaster. A transfer window roller coaster. It's been absolutely insane. I hope you guys are enjoying to this point. Because I can barely keep up. Right, they didn't want... Oh, did I put in a counter-offer? I must have put in a counter-offer. I can't even remember what I offered for Sergi Rico. Right, we've gotten as far as the Tottenham game. We will play that in the next episode. I apologise that there's no gameplay today, but there's so much going on in this transfer window. Tomorrow we will play West Brom and Tottenham. And you guys will have to let me know in the comments section. I'm probably only going to be able to bring in either Sergi Rico or Phil Jones. Just let me know, quite simply. Phil Jones or Sergi Rico. Let me know in the comment section down below. They're the only two options that are really going to be affordable to us. That's it. It's your decision to make. It's your decision to make. Stefan Jovetic is in. Let's have a quick recap, shall we? Stefan Jovetic is in. James Ward-Prowse is in. Axel Witsel is in. Iñaki Williams is in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signings. Witsel, Jovetic, Williams, Ward-Prowse. 4 new signings. 4 new signings so far that could be made 5 sooner rather than later with your feedback. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. I'll show you a quick rundown actually of transfer history. Jamie Vardy's gone to Chelsea. Scenes. Goulam's gone to PSG. There are some other big deals. Jovetic to us. That's a big one, of course, that we already know about. El Kadori's gone to Southampton. There are some other big ones I saw go through that I haven't been able to show you yet. But I don't know whether we'll find them here. We should do. It's done. Antoine Griezmann to Manchester United for £79.5 million. That's a huge deal. Oh my God. So many big transfers in this window. It's not even funny. Thiago to Real Madrid for £38.5 million. Varane to Arsenal, as we saw, for £38 million. This is madness. This has been an insane window. Just an incredible transfer window, and there's still 3 weeks left to go. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel too for more, and I'll see you next time.